Hey, hi everyone. This is Sai from Let's Upgrade. So let's talk about how to get your certificate. It's very simple. You will see two links in the description. Number one is the place where you have to go and mark your attendance. Marking your attendance tells us, like, okay, you are a legit student who have attended this particular session. Link number two is your assignment. This is where your 90% of the priority is. You have to go and submit the assignment that is given to you in this particular session. Once you're done submitting that assignment, we will be evaluating that. We will send you an email. If you get the passing criteria, then only we will give you the certificate on a particular date that is mentioned again in the description. Please check these three things, and this is the way how you will get a certificate from Let's Upgrade. Number one, mark your attendance. Number two, just go ahead and upload your assignment. Check for the email that you have received it, yes or no. What is the feedback that you have received from your trainer? Number three, check on which date the certificates will be released. Thank you. Bye. All the best. Happy learning.
Hey everyone, today we'll be learning to build this video gallery using the modern CSS property, that is the aspect ratio. So in this tutorial, we'll try to build a responsive layout in which we have different video frames right here which are embedded from the YouTube, and this will try to maintain the aspect ratio of each uh, video container. So for different screen sizes, you can see how responsive it is. So this code is completely built with HTML and CSS. We haven't used a single line of JavaScript code. So let's understand how to build this kind of layout. So here we have a widescreen aspect ratio, that is the video with a 16:9 aspect ratio. We have also video with a square ratio, that is 1:1, and also we have video with 9:16 with aspect ratio. So let's build this website. Hi everyone, I am Pritesh Priyadarshi. I have been training as a full stack developer with GenAI for more than 8 years. I have been working for multiple production based projects, working as a growth strategy expert for different startups and also few Fortune 500 companies and everything in between. So let's start with this project and let's build our video gallery. In this tutorial, we'll learn about how to build a responsive grid layout for a video gallery. Here we'll also learn about a CSS concept, that is aspect ratio, and we'll apply it into three scenarios: one for a 16:9 ratio videos, one for a square videos, and one for the 9:16 ratio videos, that is the vertical videos. Then we'll do the final touch up, polishing, and add interactivity to the card elements. Alright, so before moving to the main code, let's see if the iframe is responsive by default or not. So by embedding the video, YouTube video, or do embedding in the project code, is that code, embedding code is responsive or not. So for that, I have a default code in my page right here. I have linked the style sheet right here in this particular page, and here what I have done is, here I have a article tag. So here we have done the same article tag as a, we have created a video card. So inside this we have a division which, as a division which is the card body. This act as a body for the video title. Okay, there you can keep video title, video descriptions, and all the stuff. So that's act as a card body. Then we have a container for the video card in the article tag. So that's where we will do the pasting of the embedded link. So here let's say we want to embed this particular video. So click on share, click on embed. Okay, click on share, click on embed video, then copy this. Okay, now move to the code and paste it, save it. All right, so this is now ready and it is saved. So here let's do few basic styling. Okay, so here you can see after pasting, this iframe has a default width and height. The width is 560. Okay, so and the height is 315. It is a constrained intrinsic property it has. Okay, so here in the styling part, let's do one more thing. Let's vi video card. Okay, for the video card, let's do a deliberate max width. Okay, let's put a max width here in this embed video it is 560, so let's keep it around 600 pixels. Okay, so this is the constant width of the card, that is the video holding. So here we'll do the testing kind of. So we have done the deliberately increased that width. Okay, the margin, let's add a margin of 20 pixel, and auto left and right, top bottom, and here the syntax. Then here let's add a border to check where it is overflowing and not where it is not. So we'll keep a small solid and some grace white. Okay, so here then the video card is styled the container of the iframe and the whole card. Then let's do the styling for the card title. Okay, so dot card title, there we'll do the padding of 10 pixels. Okay, and add a background color of around let's keep it something grayish, or let's make it a little bit more lighter. Save it. Okay, now let's move to the HTML code. Right click, open in live server, and you can see how it is. Okay, so here we have a video title right here. Okay, then we have a container. Okay, we have deliberately kept it like this. Okay, so it is not, so to test if we have a container, larger container, it is expanding according to the container size or not. So here it is not doing. Okay, now let's do the compression part. Okay, if we keep on reducing the size, here you can see this card container size is reducing. Okay, you can see this video card size is reducing. You can see mark the border right here. Okay, but the embed video is still right there constantly without being responsive. Okay, why is it? As we know, because it has a default height and width and height. So here what I'll do, I'll just copy this code. So this approach or this issue is not responsive because of the fixed dimensions. So in a traditional way, there was a hack that is used before the introduction of the aspect ratio, that is called as a padding hack. So that is used to solve this kind of design issues. Okay, so to fix that issues, so let me take this example and do one more thing. Let's create a wrapper for the iframe. Okay, so to create a wrapper, what I'll do is I'll create a division and let's give it a name as video wrapper. Okay, so here this act as a video wrapper, and here let's add one more old school fix. So this is how the old way of fixing this kind of issue using the padding hack. Okay, so from this, let me copy the iframe and wrap it right here. Okay, so now the here we have the iframe and here we have the wrapper for this video. Okay, so then let's apply the styling. Okay, we'll do the traditional CSS fix right here. So here the traditional fix we have. Okay, we'll use this old school fix. Okay, so with the old school fix, don't forget to add dot because it is a class. So here the position value, let's set it to absolute. Okay, and one more thing that we can do is let's set the width of it to 100%. Okay, this is important because it will take the full width of the parent. Previously what was happening, it was getting compressed. Okay, it has a constraint layout and it is not expanding or it is not becoming shorter. So this is and position, to establish a position context, that's why we have set the position or let's do one more thing is let's keep it relative. Sorry, let's keep it relative. Then here we'll move to the next dot old school fix iframe, and here we'll, okay, so before moving that, well, the aspect ratio, okay, the aspect ratio which we are applying is 16 is to 9. Okay, so 16 is to 9, the aspect ratio will be 9 by 16 according to the mathematical calculation. So how this is calculated? So here we did do a some of the critical mathematical calculation, which is equal to then to this what we'll do, we'll multiply 100. Okay, this will give us a value of 56.25 percentage. Okay, so here we are coming up with this particular value. So this creates a so you will use this particular value. Okay, so we want to maintain the aspect ratio 16 is to 9. So for that, padding top, okay, we'll keep it 56.25 percentage. Okay, then we'll set the height to 0. Okay, save it. So why I am doing this critical calculation and how it is, so this is called a aspect ratio calculation beforehand. 16 is to 9 ratio means the height is 9 by 16 of the width. Okay, 16 is to 9 aspect equal to the height is 9 by 16 of the width. Okay, so 9 by 6 of the width is how much percentage is 56.25 percentage. Okay, so this is how the calculation is done. So 16, so 9, so that's why we have done 9 by 16 into 100. Okay, so then we are using this particular hack. The position is set to relative. Okay, then padding top is set here to create a perfect 56.25 ratio. Okay, then let's do the positioning of the iframe, that is the and set it position to absolute. Okay, and give it a top value to 0 and give it a left value to 0 and set its width to, okay, so it fills the padded wrapper perfectly. Okay, so we are doing that. So here one more changes to keep the responsiveness of the website, the iframe. We will remove this hard-coded width and height from the iframe and save it. Okay, so here we are removing this hard-coded width and height. So this is how it is implemented. The height is removed, the width is set to 100%, and let's keep the height is set to 100%. Okay, save it. Along with this, we will also copy the styling which we have missed right here for the video card and the card title styling. Okay, so that we need to do, save it. Let's verify everything is all right or not. Yes, things are all right. Let's go to demo 1. Okay, here change the page name, save it, right click, open with live server. All right, so now you can see the uh, the frame, the video is right now taking the full width of the container. Let's see if it is responsive or not. Let's squeeze the screen size and you can see previously it was not responsive. Previously it was very stubborn right here like this. Example, it was very stubborn, it was not responding because of the fixed width and height. Now we have solved this issue using the traditional method, but this is also a very lengthy method. Okay, this is also a very lengthy method, and this issue can be solved very easily. Okay, for that, let's do one more thing. Let me paste this right here, change this to demo 3, save it. Okay, now this code is ready for the next setup. Now fix this issue by using the modern CSS method. Okay, so here what I'll do is just copy this for now. Okay, and let's fix this using the modern CSS. So in the modern CSS, what and how we'll fix it. So let's do certain changes right here. Okay, so let's change the old school fix to modern fix. Okay, save it. Let's go to the CSS part, dot modern fix, and simply what I'll do is I'll set the width to 100%. Okay, and here I will set the aspect ratio to to 9, sorry, 16 is to 9. Okay, save it. Then to optionally prevent any height, it is next step is very optional. Height is set to auto. Okay, this part is optional. That prevents explicit width or height attributes from interfering. Okay, if we have any explicit height or width, to avoid that we will need to add this. Okay, now let's do one more thing, add iframe to it, save it. Let's check. Yes, default height width is not there. A modern, you can see previously the code, how many calculation, how complex the code is right here, but simply by using modern CSS, how the amount of code we do not write, think about all the 16 is to ratio, then do the complex calculation at the position top. Okay, right click, open with live server, and here you can see we have the perfectly aligned video right here. And let's see if this frame is keeping the constant aspect ratio, that is 16 is to 9, and still it is becoming responsive or not. All right, so now you can see how responsive this is to different screen size. So this is how you can achieve a responsive layout using the aspect ratio using the modern CSS. All right, so now let's move on to the project part and create a complete video gallery with respect to this. All right, so let's directly move to the project. So here what we are doing is we are building a responsive video gallery in which the videos, all the videos that is present in this particular web page will retain its aspect ratio even if we have a smaller screen size. For every screen size, it will maintain its aspect ratio and do not be distorted. Okay, so for this we have taken, for better demonstration, multiple aspect ratio. This is 16 is to 9 videos, then we have taken 1 is to 1 videos ratios, then we have taken 9 is to 16 ratio videos. So let's check. So now what I'll do is I will reduce the screen size, and you can see for different screen size we have a all the videos aspect ratio that you are seeing is maintained everywhere. Okay, and you can see the aspect ratio is maintained for each and every videos. Okay, and it is, we are able to view as it is, and you can also play and watch the videos. Okay, so this is what we are building. So since we will be focusing much more on the aspect ratio part, okay, what I'll do will not build this project from the scratch. I will explain starter code for this project, but will focus more on the aspect ratio and the responsiveness of, so that we will focus on that particular part. So for that part, what I'll do is let's move to the code base and understand the starter code. So this is the starter code of our project. Okay, this, we have a header right here with the video title. Okay, then we have a title and a subtitle for the video. Then we every content after that, we have a header, we have a footer, and we have a main container. So what does this main container have? The main container has another more container inside it, which wraps the gallery section. We have created a gallery section. One gallery section is here, okay, for the 16 is to 9 ratio videos. Okay, we have created three sections in this video. Okay, one section is for the 16 is to 9 ratio videos, another section is for the 1 is to 1 ratios, and another one section is for the 9 is to 16 ratio videos. Okay, for this 16 is to 9 section videos, every we have a header. Okay, here we have what we have done is we have followed a grid layout system. Okay, I'll come to that particular part. Then we have a card one. Okay, as we have demonstrated, we have a video card as per our demonstration. Within the video card, the iframe is wrapped inside a div, okay, which is known as a media frame. And since this is under the 16 is to 9 ratio, we have added a specific class to it, that is ratio 9 cross 16. Okay, so then we have a card body which holds a badge. Okay, which has a badge right here. This is the timestamp what we are having right here. So this is the batch, beginner batch. Then we have a timestamp right here under the time tag. Then we have another element right here, that is the title of the video, and under the paragraph tag we have added the subtitle. Similarly, the same card code is repeated more two times because we have created three cards for the wider screen. Okay, for the square section we have added four videos. Okay, for the four videos, again the same, the gallery section, the section has a header, the same everything, but here inside it we have done a change, that is ratio. The class is changed, that is ratio 1 cross 1. Rest everything plays the same. Okay, then we have a play button, we have batches, duration, everything you can see. For this second video, it is similar to this. Then comes the next section. Okay, that is the 9 is to 16 ratio. For that everything is the same, but we have here a ratio as 9 cross 16. We have added specific class for the each video cards. Okay, for the each video card, not for each section, for the each video cards we have added a single classes. Okay, so now let's move to the CSS code. The CSS code start with initial resets and the what we call as a CSS variable right here. So we have CSS variable which is important for creating a certain theme like structure for our particular code. Okay, then this is for the text layout, the color and all, text background color, text holder, text color. This is the background color for each text. So here we have tried to maintain this will be the border color of each element and all. So this is how we have done this code. Then we next thing that comes here is reset part. We have created the box sizing for all the elements. Okay, and for the we have added the pseudo tag before and after. For that also we have set the margin 0, box sizing, border box, include box we have set, content box to border box we have set. Then we have the defaults here right here, font family. Okay, you can take the assignment, create a different font family for the Mac, for Windows, and for the Android experience, that you can do by adding multiple font families. Okay, then this color, the BG color that we have set, the design tokens right here, that is applied right here using the var function. Okay, here this is the thing that we have created. Okay, for the iframe, the media elements always need to be responsive. So here the display type we have set to block. Okay, for the iframe and the images. Okay, media element we have set to block, and the max width is 100%. Okay, then what we the line height is there only if you just to have a better readability. That's why 1.5 times we have set, okay, of the font size. That's the only logic. Then let's move to the container. The container width here we have 92%, comma where container max. Then we have margin inline auto. So here mean 92%, or let's say container max for the large screen. Okay, if you have a large screen, the container max will be 1200 pixels. Okay, we have, so let's say we have two values, 92% and 1200 pixels. What does this means? On small screen, okay, on small screen use 92%. So it will compare two values, the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, which one will be smaller, that one will be used. Okay, if 92% of the parent container, okay, if 92% of the parent container, then okay, this is a relative value. 92% is calculated of the width of its containing block, that is the parent element. Okay, so this is how the 92% is calculated. So if the 92% of the small, or the container max size is small, so if 92% is small, that is applied. If the right hand side small, that is applied. All right, so margin inline auto centers the container horizontally. It's do the horizontal centering of the container. Okay, that's why we have done. So imagine we have a viewport right here. So 4%, 4% for the 1200 screen you'll be keeping, and the container is covering 92%. Okay, so 92 100 minus 92, we are having 8. So 4%, 4% in the left and right side, and it has become center aligned. Okay, now the padding block is set to 3 rem. The divider, we are creating the line. Okay, the divider is here for each line, horizontal line that we are creating after each section. The code highlight, anything you want to highlight, highlight code highlight part. Here we are having code highlight, let that particular part, the implementation. Okay, so then let's move to the site header, the basic, very basic background, bottoms and all. Section header styling is done. Site tagline styling, the color we are applying muted. So let's come to the next important part. Okay, so here we are following a grid layout. So to the parent, we have applied the grid display. So we have set the display type to grid. Okay, and here the gap between each child should be 1.5 rem. That's we are space between the cards. Okay, each video cards we are keeping a space of 1.5 rem. So what makes it responsive? Let's focus on this particular parts. Okay, so here you have written dot grid double dash wide. Okay, then you have grid template. Okay, grid template, and then for here you have written, we have written auto fit min max 280 pixel 1fr, 160 pixel 1fr, 120 pixel 1fr. Okay, so let's understand. Repeat means it will repeat the particular pattern. Okay, auto fit means how many times this will repeat. Okay, how many time that pattern will repeat. Okay, as many times as it fits. Okay, it will repeat as many times it keeps on fitting, so auto fit. Okay, then we have min max 240 pixel and 1fr. So each column here we are saying for each child, as many times you are fitting each child, it will apply. Okay, and each column should be at least 250 pixel, and 1fr means it should, if we have a given space, fill space, it should grow to fill the space. Each child will grow equally to fill the space, one fraction, one fraction, one fractions. So we have three childs, so three child will grow equally in one fraction, and one child should be at least 50 pixel for a 16:9 grid. Okay, that's why we have written grid wide, or for a 16:9. This is where we are making the container, child container responsive. So then for the 1:1 grid. Okay, so 1:1 grid, same, repeat the pattern for each child. So auto fit, how many times it fit, each column should be at least, each card should be at least 160 pixel. Okay, and equally it should divide. If we have four cards should be equally fill, it should equally fill the space. Okay, so this is how it is happening. Okay, so 1200 pixel, let's say for example here 1200 pixels. Okay, the value is 1200 pixel for the widescreen. Okay, for the widescreen, and for that what we are doing is 1200 divided by 280. Okay, so here how the things are happening, which is approximately becoming to 4.28 columns. Okay, so here what will happen is, in this particular formula, the each column, each grid, okay, so each grid, okay, so each grid will create 4 columns according to this formula. So 4, that means 4 into 2 point, sorry, 4 into 280 pixels. Okay, 4 into 280 pixels, then it becomes 1120 pixels, which fits. So we have the container as 1200. So to check if it fitting each it is fitting, each child calculation is fitting correctly or not, so we have 1200 pixels. So now we, if we have 4 columns, it is fitting equally in this layout, okay, without any issues. So result is so here we can come to a conclusion that 4 card for this larger screen, okay, for the larger screen 4 card can be there in a row. In a single row we can keep 4 cards. Similarly you can do the calculation for the rest. Okay, so here 1200, we had 1200 for the larger screen. So for 1:1 ratio you can take 768 pixel. Okay, 768 pixel and do the calculation. So if it will be around 2 cards per row, okay, that you can do. If it is 700, if the screen size is 768 pixel, then how many card it will fit. If the screen size is 1200 pixel, then how many card it will fit, and accordingly the calculation is done and responsiveness is maintained. So this is the deep dive into how the things are applied. Okay, so for the, like this is for the tablet views, you can have 2 cards in a single row. Okay, and for the mobile view you can have a single card in each rows. Okay, so this is how for different screen size the responsiveness is maintained. Okay, so this is pure CSS, and you can see in no, we in this particular project we are not writing a single line of JavaScript code. Okay, this is the basic video card code that you are seeing right here. So let's jump to the main part of this particular tutorial. Okay, these are all the typography, the card titles and everything is applied, the meta row, the duration tag, the batches, all the batch we have for the HTML CSS, all the batch that we have for the videos, the primary secondary color, how it is applied, and we have a, and here we have applied a play button right here. Okay, play button overlay for that. So let's focus to the star of this particular project, that is, so let's understand what to pick right now. Okay, so here we'll do the styling. For doing the styling, that is, here in this video we'll pick the media frames. Okay, we'll pick all the media frames and the media containers. Okay, we'll pick all the media frames right here and all the media containers. Okay, so here dot media frame comma dot media dash containers. Okay, for all the media frames and media containers, let's set the position to relative. Okay, let's make the width to 100%. Okay, let's set the background background to where we'll pick one color, something a darker secondary BG. Okay, let's use this secondary BG, we can use that. Okay, we'll use the secondary BG right here for the background. And overflow, any content that is overflowing, let's set it to hidden. This is a single A, save it. All right, so here width 100%, it will fill the container width. Okay, background color is changed, overflow hidden, anything, it will keep anything that is overflowing the container. So this is the container that holds the iframe. Okay, this is the container that holds the iframe. Then here frame iframe dot media frame, sorry, not media frame dot container iframe. Okay, so here the iframe position we will set it to absolute. Okay, here we are setting the iframe position to absolute. Then one more thing what we can do is, let's set the top value to 0, left value to 0, then width, let's set the width to 100%, let's set the height, we'll explain, no need to worry, 100%, and here we'll set the border 0, save it. Okay, then I'll write the code and we will come. So this is very easy and clear to understand. So the top 0 is the top edge of the iframe, the left 0 is the left edge of the iframe, it is set to 0. So the position absolute is it removes all the normal document flow, and position is relative to its closest ancestor, that is the parent, the media frames. Okay, so it will move close to the parent and all the normal flow is broke, like as the block layout one under the other, and the other, all that flow is removed, and it's moved to the top 0, left 0, top corner, left corner, and width is set to 100%. So it's 100% of the parent container. Okay, the parent container is there, it will cover the 100%, and the height is set to 100% of the parent container. Okay, and here border 0, it removes the default border. Every iframe has some default border associated with it, so that we are removing in this particular case right here. Okay, few more codes that we need to write to make it responsive, that is the ratio 16x. So this is the code which we are written right here. Okay, for each of the card iframes we have written, where is this, you can see right here, ratio 16 cross 9. Okay, so this is what exactly we are doing right here. Okay, so we'll write this, don't forget to add dot. Okay, and here let's see how easy the code is. Only we need to write a single line of code. Aspect ratio, we do not need to add padding top, do not need to do the heavy calculations that we used to do previously. So the same code will do, I'll just copy and paste it here. Let's make it 1 cross 1, and aspect ratio will be same 1 by 1. Okay, then we'll reverse it. Okay, so this will be 9 cross 16, and aspect ratio is 9 by 16. Okay, unlike the previous code, we do not need to do any hardcore calculations right here. Okay, this is for the square layout, this is for the vertical videos layout. Okay, save it. Okay, what happens is, some of the browser, there is a chance of this aspect ratio not working. Okay, there is a chance of aspect ratio not working. For that, what we'll do is we'll write a special code for that. We'll write a fallback, which is called as a fallback for older browser. So here we'll write the fallback support. Okay, if it do not support not. Okay, let this be aspect ratio 16 by 9. If it is not supporting this feature, then what we will do, we are writing a fallback, the error handling or stump. So here for that we'll set the media frame and the media container. Here for all ratios you write the code. I'm setting the height to 0. Okay, for this all the code what we will do. So then for this we'll use the older method calculation. Okay, that is the padding bottom. This is a fallback. If it doesn't support, then what we'll do, this calculation I have already explained how it is done. The similar thing we will apply for the rest. Okay, if you are using any other browser where this is not supported, then what we will do, okay, for 1:1 we'll set 100%, and for 9:16 we will set to 177.77%. Save it. Are we successful in building this project or not? Let's check it. Yep, yes, everything is doing. We are having a lazy load right here, and every content is perfectly loading right here. Control Shift I. Let's see if it is responsive enough. And you can see every element is responsive right here. Let's make it more smaller. Okay, you can see how responsive each and every element is it. All right, so this part you can make it responsive, but the main part is the video part. Okay, the aspect ratio is maintained. You can build the responsive video gallery. All the aspect ratio each and video is maintained. We are able to do this. So hope you are excited in completing this project. Now let's move to the next part. All right, here comes to the assignment for the video tutorial. So here we have learned the use of the aspect ratio. The iframe is not only the iframe is not responsive. It is like how we have made responsive by removing the height and width. By just not removing height and width, it is not fixed. We have to make it more responsive using the styling. The traditional way has a very long calculative features which is very lengthy. We need to do a lot of mathematical calculation, and with the modern css it is fixed by a single line of code, that is aspect ratio. All right, so here then this, let's come to the assignment part. So since we have created for the 16:9, 9:16 and 1:1 video, so assignment is to create a new aspect ratio section for this project, in this project that supports 4:3 ratio videos ratios. Okay, for that you need to create one new aspect ratio. Instead of using the embed link of the YouTube, use the embed link of the Vimeo or any other video platforms, and make this project dark mode compatible. So this is the assignment for the whole session. We have started this session understanding the usage of iframe, the problem with video stretching and or not being responsive to different screen size, how we have fixed with traditional way, and how the CSS aspect ratio property helped us to solve this particular issue. From here, what next? From here, you can use this project as a base and implement lazy loading. And then what you can do more, you can also try out, you can use the same pattern. Okay, what is the real, you can check the all the real world application for this. This is used for like a responsive video recommendation project. You can build it, create a Netflix video layout, 16:9 ratio videos or 1:1 ratios. So these are all the things you can do. You can create a Netflix video gallery along with, and start from this. All right, so there is lot of endless possibilities with it. So you can just keep practicing and keep doing. So thank you for watching this video till the end. We'll see you in the next session.